EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 1st down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Tuesday.
They'll run here to Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long for Prescott. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico Gathers. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 188. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott to throw this time. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
26.
This is Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, then they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side of the ball. But the way they've been playing recently, they put everything on the offense and just asking the defense to do just enough. And the offense is really giving them great play because Matt Ryan can throw to Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, the rookie Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith running it and catching it. They're starting to put up points in big numbers and making people chase them each and every game.
And they may want to start to pad some wins now because 3 of their last 4 in the regular season are on the road, including trips to Green Bay and Carolina. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. To throw is Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Under. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got it to Hearns. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Get out. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. Right back to him on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The first down carried by Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Ryan. Flush to his right. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Hey, let's go!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And still fighting. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
21!
Freeman again, a first down carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back now in Arlington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Hey, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Start there, over there. Start there.
Prescott to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Deion Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brooks Reed in there again as this EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Prescott on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Under.
The give is to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
On second down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Gotta go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Red, up.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
18.
Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson Robinson, 99 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A second down throw for Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Prescott now on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. first down, they run with Howard. Uses the spin, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They pitch out to Howard. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Trubisky. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far, it's working.
And James Conner, he's an easy guy to root for.
Trubisky fighting the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
18. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On second down, Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Down left to Shaheed. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Trubisky to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one?
I put a star. I put a star.
Here you go.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Red, up. Hey, set up. 180. Right there. 18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the toss play, Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the counter, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Second down, Prescott. And they can't bring him down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. But in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, Sway! There you go. Wide, ain't it? Here you go.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go, 46, 46. Let's go, let's finish now.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's back to throw. Quick move by Miller. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Prescott on first down. And that's complete. It's the Carr to Cooper connection. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, here's Luck. And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Luck on first down. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Luck
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, it's Locke. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Throwing again is Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Again, Locke. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Locke throwing again. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 at a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
Now Elliott. Down right around the 25. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A handoff left, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing, Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Changing topics here for just a second to look ahead to our Thanksgiving slate. You know, you got Chicago and Detroit early, but then, of course, Dallas late. And it's a rivalry game. They host Washington.
Yeah, and how great is that we're going to get that one on Thanksgiving, because they've given us some memorable ones throughout the years. And it's always interesting to hear just how intense this rivalry is, even in today's NFL. I've talked to guys who have played for both Dallas and Washington, and they always say it's such a struggle when they hear they have to go to the other team. No matter what the circumstances, that's the one team that you don't want to go play for. And they always say it's very strange to put on that other uniform.
Whoever wins that game, the turkey will taste a lot better in the locker room after. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And some strong running. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
Well, she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll run it with Matt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Colts are in for 6. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico Gathers. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Switch and 8. Got it.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Again, it's Elliott. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He's going to get it running right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. But he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, Week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the 3rd and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta and New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Dallas, and now this one, Atlanta, New Orleans. These two don't like each other very much. A huge game in the NFC South.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 26.
This is Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go. 48. Done. Here you go. 26.
4th down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here we go. 48.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gun. Here we go. 1-8.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Gun.
Like 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, here we go. 1-8. Switch and 8. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Matthias Farley. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle.
go.